Shy Bro, Father James with Father Hank Lyon.
No.
Again, Happy New Year, everyone. We are resurrecting a podcast that we tried to do way back in the spring, and we scrapped it because we just didn't think it was that good at the time, which is actually rare. We most of our podcasts, we do it on one shot. Not that they're good, but that we do it in one shot, we're happy with it, and we move on from it. But this one we did, we're like, it's not that good. And so, but then something just struck me that, hey, we should go back to this because it's a good theme. It was actually Father Hank's idea. Do you remember this?
Woo.
Yes, so it's on courtesy, okay? Being courteous to one another. This is the hallmark of a gentleman and a fine lady, or gentlewoman, gentleman, to be courteous, to think of others before you think of yourself, to, as John Henry Newman says in his definition of a gentleman, to have all eyes, or have your eyes on all others in the room, and to cause no pain to others. It's another definition of being courteous or a gentleman. So now, what I think, Father Hank, if you recall, your prompting this was how the terms of courtesy have changed in the pandemic.
True.
And something like, it was courteous to you're waiting in line at the grocery store, and you let this person behind you go in front of you, right? So the old woman on her cart, is behind you in the grocery lane. Oh, ma'am, please go ahead of me, right? That was a courteous thing to do. But now it's
you gotta wait, ma'am.
Yeah, because if you put her in front of you, then you might breathe on her and you might kill her, and then
breaking social distancing.
Yeah,
6 feet, lady.
Yeah, it's like you don't even make eye contact. It's better now, right? But remember back in the shelter in place, if you're walking down the street and passing someone, you would not even make eye contact with that person,
right?
Cross the other side of the road.
And it's a courtesy now. It's if someone is coming into your office, maybe put on your mask. That's a courtesy.
Yes, right. Which is
my gosh.
Or sanitize your hands, right?
Or offer sanitizing. You're right. Would you like some hand sanitizer?
Yeah, it's like having
mints.
Yeah, having a mint.
Would you like a mint?
Yeah. I should squeeze a little droplet of hand sanitizer on the seminarian's pillows, instead of leaving a mint. Leaving a mint.
My eye.
Courtesy. What are some other things that aren't that aren't courteous anymore? Well, obviously shaking hands, right? That's
true. Shaking hands. You can't offer a handkerchief. That would be a very gentleman thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Who's might be weepy or something.
Yeah, here.
Can't do that. That's way gone.
Yeah, or let me take that eyelash off your cheek that's gone down with your finger. What are you doing? Get away from me, you monster! Trying to kill me?
Door for somebody? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Doors are usually propped open, but then again, if you open the door for someone and then they cross in front of you, you might breathe on them, and then again you're killing
maybe
them.
Holding your breath in front of people is a courtesy now.
Yeah, but I don't know. In general, courtesy is somewhat gone out the window. And courtesy in both gestures and obviously saying thank you. That was a big thing my parents taught me, right? And I feel like I'm a professional thank you card writer. I love writing thank you cards. I mean, when so many people drop off whatever it is, food or sweets or give generous gifts to the parish monetarily, it's I always want to write a thank you. That's a little gesture of courtesy. Hey, thank you for your gift. You went out of your way to give something of your sustenance. I want to take some time just to tell you how much it's appreciated. So saying thank you, please, making eye contact with someone, acknowledging that they're in front of you, speaking, instead of just looking at your phone.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
I was reading a little book by, he's now, I think, going to be a bishop, Father William Byrne, Bill Byrne, who's a priest in D.C. He says the car time, when you're driving in a car with a family, that is crucial time to spend together. especially if you're like going to a million different travel sports, which shouldn't be the case. But if you are and you're driving, at least like use that time to talk to one another. Don't just like blast the radio or look on your phone or watch some DVD in the backseat of the car. Like you have 10, 15 minutes, like talk to one another and talk about your day and what's going on. That's a gesture of courtesy.
Good one. I was thinking when we were at the barber shop the other day and in the waiting room,
oh yeah,
there was two people that were strangers, but they greeted each other and they like struck up a conversation with each other. They're kind of from an older generation, but I mean, that was kind of the norm too. If you got on the bus or the train and you kind of greet the person next to you or just say hi kind of thing.
Yeah. And then there was two gestures of courtesy that day in the barbershop. One, there was a guy that he got his hair cut before us and then he paid for us, which was really nice. Paid for everyone. In fact, there was not just two priests, but two other people in the waiting, and he just covered everyone. And then an older gentleman who's a parishioner, by the way, shout out to him. He let me cut in front of him. He was ahead of me in line, but he was like, "No, Father, you can go." So that was very courteous. Mm-hmm. Let me read a little poem or a little limerick, if you can.
I'm going to prepare my snaps for this.
Hilaire Belloc, he was a kind of turn of the 19th century, 20th century English, French, Catholic writer, theologian, historian. Here's the poem. Of courtesy it is much less than courage of heart or holiness, yet in my walks it seems to me that the grace of God is in courtesy. On monks I did in Storingen fall, they took me straight into their hall. I saw 3 pictures on a wall, and courtesy was in them all. The first the Annunciation, the second the Visitation, the third the Consolation of God that was Our Lady's Son. The first was of St. Gabriel, on wings of flame from heaven he fell, and as he went upon one knee, he shone with heavenly courtesy. Our Lady out of Nazareth rode, it was her month of heavy load, yet was her face both great and kind, for courtesy was in her mind. The third it was our little Lord, whom all the kings in arms adored. He was so small you could not see his large intent of courtesy. Our Lord that was Our Lady's Son, go bless you people one by one. My rhyme is written, my work is done. That's a little limerick poem. Yeah, kind of cool. But it is a virtue, I think, to be courteous, to think how you can serve your brother and sister before you, how you can, a little gesture, make them know that their presence is worthwhile and adding to both you and the situation, the context, the society, the culture, the world. So to say thank you or give them your spot in line or buy them a dinner or whatever it is, all little gestures of courtesy that are heavenly as well. God bless.
Peace.